spending, a property tax cap is one of those politically convenient slogans that won't change anything.
John Faso said that actually in 2006. I mean, is that not right? Didn't he?
Well, no, he campaigned on it. We will see a test case of the property tax cap and its impact of what happens in New Jersey. And if in New Jersey the heavens don't fall and it turns out to be popular, you will see a property tax cap in New York. The public pressure is building. The same arguments Bob made were the arguments made against welfare reform, and we eventually got welfare reform. When
you didn't hear me making those arguments against welfare reform.
But others did. But when public opinion reaches that kind of critical mass, and the taxpayers are screaming that loudly, eventually we are a democracy and the public will be done.
What you didn't have on the other end of welfare reform, and this is where I think your argument's flawed, Bruce, is that what's on the other side of the property tax cap is the single most powerful union in the state of New York, and that is the New York State United Teachers and UFT. Until school districts are ready to buck those unions and say your 5, 6, 7% annual raises are going to be capped and they're going to be withheld and we're going to actually do something about jobs, then a property tax cap is a political slogan that's not going to work.
Okay, but what about a property tax cap with a spending cap?
I want you to hear. You're hearing the Republican analyst dump on the property tax cap. That's interesting. The Democrats are taking this issue away from the Republicans who never wanted to confront the politics of this in the suburbs. He's right on the teachers' unions, but what I'm saying is if you look at the pressure on property taxpayers and the fact that it's hitting those on fixed incomes as well as those who've had unemployment, eventually something's going to have to give, and they're going to have to confront those teachers' unions.
Right, so it's got to go beyond sloganeering and it's got to turn to actual policy making driven down to the local school district level. That's the serious problem, not just whether 212 people in the legislature have a political problem.
I agree with you there, and you're going to have to attack the cost drivers, mandate relief. You're going to have to talk about consolidation, all kinds of things no one has wanted to confront. I don't disagree.
And by the way,
that.
Andrew Cuomo has not.
He did on consolidation. He drove a consolidation package.
But he has not talked about, and he talks broadly, in very broad terms, in the New York agenda about mandate relief, etc. But, I mean, if I remember, if you're that far ahead, you don't want to get too far down into the details. I mean, that's a Rose Garden strategy, sort of, kind of.
But I think all politicians want to talk about tax relief, but they don't want to talk about spending restraint. So you've got to get out to the other side of the conversation and talk about spending restraint if you want this thing to actually work.
Let me get to one thing that I don't want to miss yet, and that is the Independence Party. I know what you thought I was going to say. We'll get there, too. But it's the Independence Party. Do you think this thing can come back to bite Andrew Cuomo? Because it just keeps getting deeper and deeper. And he said, this isn't about the party. This is about one rogue consultant guy who's already been indicted by the Manhattan DA. Well, as it turns out, it is about the party, actually.
If he was running for re-election as Attorney General, I'd agree with you. I think this issue could well wind up on the next Attorney General's desk. And that is why, full disclosure, I work for Sean Coffey. He came out and said, while this investigation is going on, no Attorney General candidate should touch it. To his credit, Dan Donovan, the Republican, this week jumped on that bandwagon.
Well, because he's going to investigate himself, actually.
Right. Well, he's going to investigate the party on Staten Island. I think that this has the potential to really metastasize for the Independence Party. I don't know whether that will tarnish Cuomo, who has the designation, or Harry Wilson, but it certainly could tarnish the Independence Party and those who have purported to lead it. I mean, like Golisano and like
well,
Steve
he's kind of out. Well, Pigeon, yeah, but he's got a lot of problems. Frank McKay is the chairman. Golisano's in Florida.
Well, let's be clear about what the Independence Party is. It is not a party of independence. And a lot of people make the mistake that the Independence Party means that they are somehow politically independent from the regular political party structure, from all the enticements that can corrupt all political parties. Right? They're not really a true third party. They're just another party. And politicians like to get their line for two reasons. One is every politician from dog catcher on up wants as many ballot lines as possible because they think there's a greater chance of somebody accidentally pushing their lever.
And the word independence turns off no one.
Right. It suggests like apple pie and
it suggests that somehow you're independent of the bad stuff about politics. And the politicians who take that line are not. It is another political party, but it's not a true third party in the way that I think people really want to see.
Actually, do you want to get the last word?
No.
Because we're about to be last words. Last words, men? Anybody? Last words? No. Okay.
I've dumped on enough things today.
I'm going to cut you both off. I'm so sorry. And we didn't get to my secret last question. We'll do that next time, actually.
Good luck to Chelsea on the wedding.
Oh, that's what it was. And last word to Bruce. Thank you very much, both of you, Bob Bellafiore, Bruce Jory.